Well, hello, everybody. It's Pastor Brent here again on Thursday, March the 26th, and this is going to be the last of our devotions for a couple of days. We'll be taking Friday and Saturday off, but we'll be posting another one, or I'll be back again with you electronically here online on Sunday with another message. And it looks like this is the way that we're going to have to be meeting and uploading content for the next little while. And you might have already noticed too that Mrs. Wendy's put a couple of stories on here for the children. We may find some other things that we'll want to share with the congregation as well. And so if you want to, this is the easiest way that you can keep up to date with what's going on is just to click a subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and that will let you know when new things are being posted. One other thing I'll just touch on is that some people have been asking about how they can continue to support the church financially during this time of separation and this time when we're dealing with the COVID-19 crisis in our communities and in our world. There are three ways that we're still encouraging people to use. One is if you're already set up with online banking for other reasons, then e-transfer works really well. And for more information about that or to get the pertinent information that you need, you can contact our treasurer, Rick Kirkbride, at 450-3996. He'll help you with that. He will also help you, if you'd prefer to do it a different way, with automatic withdrawal. I know that Wendy and I in our home, that's how we give to the work of the Lord through the local church, is through automatic withdrawal. We find it really is helpful for us in making sure that we give regularly, regardless of what's going on in our personal lives or in our world. And so that's another way that's available to you. And then finally, I would say to you is that we would still accept checks in the mail, and you can send those to us at our church address at 4 Whitaker Road, and we'll make sure that those get processed in the right way. So we're going to be looking at a couple of verses here today, in Proverbs chapter 3, at the end of the chapter, right on the heels of the verses that we were looking at yesterday. And so I'm going to just read them for you, and then we'll talk about them here. But I want to just read them for you. It starts like this, verses 33 to 35. The Lord curses the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the upright. And the Lord mocks the mockers, but is gracious to the humble. And the wise inherit honor, but fools, it says, are put to shame. And in one sense, those are encouraging verses, or at least they should be for us, because it tells us that for those who stand for things that are right, and for those who respect the dignity of others, and for those who access the very available wisdom that the Lord allows us to have, that God stands with us in that he stands with us, that he's supportive of us, and that we can know his blessing in our lives. But on the other hand, for those who are considered to be wicked or mocking or foolish, God doesn't stand with them in the same way. And the thing that crossed my mind when I was reading this and thinking about it is that with rare exception, when people think about themselves and think about their own lives, nobody really thinks of themselves as being wicked, do they? Like, nobody would ever consider their home to be the house of a wicked. I can't imagine anybody who would read this text who would go, oh, that's the bracket I fall into. And similarly, while there are people in our world who have turned away from the things of God in their lives, practically speaking especially, that they probably wouldn't consider themselves to be mockers of God. That just seems a little harsh. And then I'm not necessarily saying that everyone thinks that they're wise all the time, but nobody that I know of would ever think of themselves as being really foolish either. We mostly feel as though our actions are generally reasonable and our ideas and the way that we follow through on those are valid. But Solomon is setting these verses up as an intentional contrast in order to say that anything that isn't upright falls into the category of wickedness. And any human response that isn't characterized by humility is a mockery to the image of God in us. And any area of our life where we aren't acting, or where we're acting entirely on our own and we're not seeking the wisdom of God, that is foolishness to God. And to be wicked or mocking or foolish, whether it's intentional or unintentional, essentially puts up a barrier between us and God. Friends, again, in these different days, may we commit as his people to do the things in all that we do, so that, as Solomon teaches, we can know the Lord's blessing in our homes, we can know his grace in our lives, and we can have his honor as our inheritance, all to the glory of his great name. Have a great day, everybody. As I said, we won't be back again tomorrow or Saturday, but I'll see you again on Sunday. God bless. Have a great day.